Have you ever thought that co-parenting would be easier than it actually is? Yeah, me too. And then reality hit pretty hard. Hi, I'm Jerry Ann, and this is Tag Team Parenting, where we go from surviving to thriving in co parenting. And if right now you're navigating co parenting and trying to figure out why no one told you about all this shit that you're going through, well, then you're in the right place. Quick backstory: my son's father and I split 8 years ago. Our son was two. It was toxic, to say the least. Let's fast forward 8 years, and we have a 10-year-old, thriving, happy little boy. Did it take work? Yeah, it took work. Collectively and separately. Well, I'm here to help you get there too. Today, I'm going to be sharing 5 brutally honest truths that I wish someone shared with me before I started my co parenting journey. 1, communication. Communication. So important. It needs to be brief and it needs to be boundaried in writing. There's no more of this casual talk. If you have a situation that doesn't warrant that, there's no more of this, like, back and forth, and then all of a sudden you're triggered and something from, '08 comes up and you're just blasting out these paragraph long texts. No, no, that's not helping your child. That's not keeping them emotionally safe, which is the goal here, right? So no unpacking old drama, right? Keep it in writing for sure. You want to document it, especially if things aren't good right now for you guys. Also, if he decides to act that way and start hitting you with all of this, you know, baggage from the past, or isn't respecting you, you know what's a response? And it's a damn powerful one: silence. If it doesn't warrant a response, silence is your message back. Scripts. Scripts save lives and sanity, for real. And don't worry, because I have a free communication checklist that you can download, and we'll get into that later. 2, your child's peace over your pride. This is hard. And I don't mean to say that like I don't care about my child's peace. It's just hard, and especially in the beginning, when you're navigating this and you're no longer a couple, and it it's tough because you do want to get the last word, and at the end of the day, it's not doing anything for your child's emotional peace. I'm grateful because I was that person, and so was my son's father. I'm grateful that our child, during our co-parenting, years that were difficult, he was a baby. So he didn't experience the toxicity that we had between, each other. So I am grateful for that. And I've thought about that over the years. And that was one of the reasons why I made it a point to get to a better place myself and collectively with his father, so that we could co parent in peace and we can thrive. Because let me tell you, there were times where I was barely surviving as a parent, as a single mother, because it's not easy. I know, trust me, I know. But we can't make it about being right, right? It it's hard. And I know it's hard, especially when you're feeling it and you're feeling hurt, and you're feeling, rejected, or whatever emotions that you have, however your situation ended. But at the end of the day, our child's peace over our pride, it has to take precedence. It does. I'm telling you, trust me, trust me. 3, you're going to grieve the version of picture perfect family that you had in your mind. Okay. And this is normal. And this does not mean that you failed at anything. Look, nothing's perfect. I know that we're constantly comparing ourselves to, the Joneses or whoever, you know what I mean? Like you see on social media, you're like, oh my God, they're so perfect. How do they have it all together? They don't. They don't. That's social media. They don't. And if they do, congratulations. Fucking great. You did it. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, everybody has flaws. All, no family's perfect. You did the best that you can. But you know what you can do moving forward? Is you can continue to do the best that you can and focus on your child. Letting go. Have to let go of that vision. That vision doesn't exist. It doesn't. But you know what? That'll leave room for peace and strength in your life where you can keep going and you can have that happy ending. You really can. Just let go. Let go and be at peace with letting go. 4, the schedule will never be perfect, ever, especially if you have older children, okay? With sports, oh, after school activities, forget birthday parties. If your child's at birthday party age, it just seems like they're every weekend. It's like one after the other after the other. So no schedule is perfect, but continue to keep changes in writing and just do the best that you can. And here's a tip. I used to say this to my one friend who fought with her son's father all the time. If they need a favor, say it's, Grandpa Tom's birthday party coming up this weekend and it's your weekend. And they're like, hey, look, it's, Grandpa Tom's birthday. We're going to, wherever, whatever. You think that maybe I can have him or, whatever for the day. You want to play hardball. Just be prepared that when it's your, Grandpa, John's birthday in the future, homeboy is not going to play fair. So just keep that in mind. And especially if it's something that, you know, your child would benefit from, I mean, unless Grandpa Tom's a jerk, you probably want your son going to Grandpa's birthday party, right? So that's hard because I know in the past you were probably a part of Grandpa Tom's, whatever, birthday party. Well, look, that's not the situation anymore. So the only control that we have is how we react and respond to these situations. So don't react right away. Think about it, sit with it. Okay, all right, I should probably say yes because it's the right thing to do. And, he would want to go to, okay, yeah. Now, if it's something that's like, hey, I want to take him with my new girlfriend. No, no. All right, save it, bro. We're not going down that road. But if it's something that's going to benefit your child, then yeah, you can break that schedule a little bit for that to benefit, the situation, because hopefully he'll do the right thing and hit you back with, a favor, in the future. So, 5, healing yourself changes everything. And I wish I started my healing journey sooner, but I didn't. And it is what it is. But I'm always going to continue my healing. My healing journey is not going to end. I'm going to be healing journey till the end of time. But instead of focusing on the things that I couldn't change in the beginning, I wish I really just set, my foot forward and started on this path because it's a game changer. It really is. This healing, it hits hard, but it's important. And things will start to shift as you start your healing process. Trust me, they really will. And you healing and being happier, and think about that environment for your child, right? It's better than sitting in this like anger and this regret and all of these other emotions that you really you can't change. You're responsible for you. And in turn, a happier you means a happier and emotionally stable child. So you can get there. So, for those of you that felt like this was helpful, hit like, subscribe, and stick around because I'm going to be sharing some more survival skills in co parenting every week. Also, don't forget about that co parenting communication cheat sheet. You can download it, it is right in the description below. And remember, guys, you're doing better than you think you are. You got this. I'll see you soon. Bye.